what do you watch? Let's talk about it. So we're in the chapter number. So I'm using writing for speaking, and we are in chapter number 4. Do you watch TV? So we're going through all of that. I'm going to be going through some of the questions that are based in the book, inspired by the book, and also I'm going to be looking at some of the vocabulary. So let's get into it. Do you watch much TV? Why or why not? Now, this is an interesting thing. The way we are entertained or the way we view entertainment has changed quite a lot. When I was younger, TV was the thing. Like, everybody watched TV. It was what we talked about when we went to school. We talked about, what did you watch last night? And we used to have something called, I think there used to be a magazine. In England, there used to be this magazine that would tell you all the programs that are coming up during the week. There was also like some towards the end of the year, especially in December, some end of year specials. So there was always something to look forward to. TV was the thing. Like, I remember even when I would go home from when I would get home, maybe let's say I got home about school finished at 3:30, maybe I'll get home about 3:50. From then on, it will be like program after program after program after program. But now it has changed so much. How we consume television, especially with streaming, it has changed so much. So let's get into it. I've got some warm-up things here, topics here. What are some of your favorite types of shows or videos that you like to watch? It will tell me a little bit about who you are. So, are you a type of person that likes to watch dramas? For me, I do like to watch dramas, especially for a long time it was Korean dramas, and I couldn't do that on TV because in England there was no Korean TV channels. I think if you have cable TV, you could there was one channel that played Chinese dramas, but I wasn't really into Chinese dramas, so I would have to watch them online. Comedy shows, I really enjoyed shows like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Malcolm in the Middle. Also Friends, I did find, but the two shows, Fresh Prince and Malcolm in the Middle, for me were the funniest. And then you had like series like Friends, which was enjoyable. Reality shows, it's so fascinating. Growing up, we had shows like Big Brother. We also had I never really watched it because I don't know if I was allowed to, but there was shows like Made in Chelsea. I'm trying to think of what other reality. Oh, The Kardashians. I would watch it from time to time, but it's not my cup of tea. It's really just not the thing that I jam with. And then there was in America, the types of reality TV shows versus maybe in Korea are very, very different. I've seen more reality TV shows about couples and families in Korea, but in England, it's a lot more about single people because single people do crazy things. Although there was a show called Wife Swap that used to be really interesting. Two families would swap wives, or the wife would go to this house and the other wife would go to this house and live there for about a week or two, and then they would just film all of that. Documentaries, I love documentaries. I stopped watching them because sometimes it really affects me because documentaries, especially the ones that are really well made, it can be about really touching things, about really dark topics. So yeah, I would normally watch documentaries probably on YouTube. I find a lot of good documentary. Vice is a great channel that has great documentaries. YouTube, I consume a lot of YouTube from a very young age. I was a YouTube fan. I'm not streaming. Well, I do stream now. Some content, I have Netflix and all the other stuff. But I really did enjoy YouTube, and I feel like I want old YouTube to come back. Some of my old YouTubers have now grown up they've either become famous and, you know, they have other projects, and so they don't do as much as they used to on YouTube, which is a little bit sad. Am I a TikTok or Instagram Reels person? I'm definitely TikTok. I used to be Instagram Reels, but I think TikTok is just so easy to just scroll. Instagram, I stopped posting as much, so I also stopped looking at the reels. But what I do find is that I think I've curated, because I've been on Instagram longer, the type or the type of content that is shown on Instagram. I think sometimes I prefer it, because TikTok still shows me really random stuff. All right, your turn to discuss it. So pause the video, think about some of your favorite types of dramas, comedies, reality TV shows, all of that. I want you to discuss these questions. What do you watch most often and why? Do you prefer watching alone or with others? Or do you prefer just watching TV or YouTube or any content alone or with others? And number 3, has your viewing changed over time? Now, in my case, what do I watch most often? I think I like series. I watch more series than I do maybe, let's say, movies. I love to watch a good chunk of a few episodes, and I like to see a story progress. At the moment, I'm really into legal shows. I love a good legal defense versus prosecution type of, did he do it? Has he done it? Will they do it? So I was watching Law and Order on Amazon Prime, and I got up to the 12th season. I also watched, there were so many. If I think Veronica Mars, old shows. I think lately I've gone back to watching really much older shows, because I just feel like they were really well done, really well made, and then they keep you, they grip me. I get bored really easily. If the show is not good and not eye-catching enough, I get bored really quickly. Apple TV, I find, has some really good shows that keep you on the edge and really like excited. Do I prefer watching alone or with others? I think I can watch things either way. I'm good. There's some shows that I like watching alone because I can concentrate. I don't always like people interrupting or asking questions. I don't know if I ask questions. No, I don't think I ask questions, but I don't think I like interruptions when I'm watching, especially if I really like something. I don't want somebody to interrupt me. How has your viewing changed over time? I think probably I watch more things online than I do on scheduled TV. I think that's the biggest difference. Even when I first came to Korea, I was watching a lot more scheduled TV. I would watch shows on KBS or the movie channel. Is it OB something? And, you know, I would follow like the scheduled programs. But over the years, kind of finding, you know, content online or on Netflix or on Disney or on YouTube, I feel like I'm now used to, if I want to skip, I can skip. I really like that. And if I want to go back, I can go back. If I want to rewatch, I like the fact that I can kind of choose what I want, when I want, and how many times I want to see the thing. Okay, let's go on to the vocab builder. So we've got some words here: sitcom, series, streaming, subtitles, and binge watch. So I want you to pause the video. I'm going to give you about a minute. Can you basically match the word to its definition? For example, subtitles means on-screen text that transcribes or translates spoken dialogue in a video. So do you watch TV with subtitles? Even as a native speaker, I have found myself nowadays, I watch TV with a lot of subtitles. I don't know what happened over time. I just feel like it you know, especially maybe because our attention is very divided. But I love watching TV, whether it's in a foreign language or in my own language. I like subtitles. All right. So I'm going to give you 1 minute to Let me see. Let me put the music on. 1 minute. Can you match the words with the definition? Awesome. Did you get them? Were you able to identify all of them? If you were, that's awesome. But if you weren't, so sorry. So we've got shows like let's take a look at it. Is watching or listening to content online without downloading it. What do you think that is? If you said the word streaming, you are correct. A humorous TV show featuring reoccurring characters in everyday situations like a family or a workplace. If you said the word sitcom, you are correct. Watching several episodes of a show in one sitting. If you said binge watch, you are correct. It's become a phenomenon, right? Like now that we have Netflix or all these places that you can watch like a whole series in one go, I have found myself staying up all night and watching all the episodes of a show that I really liked. A TV program with episodes that often follow a continuous story or reoccurring theme. If you said a series, you are correct. Did you get it right? Let's see. If you did, hooray for you. If you didn't, I'm so sorry. All right, good. Let's go on to the next part. Now, one thing that's really interesting is to kind of think about what we watch in terms of the cultural aspect. I always notice a lot of differences between what is popular where I am from and then also what is popular globally. Or maybe I should say what is popular where I live and what is popular globally. So I kind of looked it up. What are popular shows in your country? I looked at it from England or English perspective. The UK, I looked at it from the UK, and here were some shows that were said to be popular. This is based on the BBC's current. So this is from October. This is still super recent. And here were some of the popular shows. The Day of the Jackal. I started to watch this and it had me hooked. It's really good. It's one of those cat and mouse, where the police officer is chasing the bad guy, and it's like they keep missing each other, and it's so close. They might catch each other, they might not catch each other. So check it out if you want to. Bad Sisters. I've seen this floating around on social media as being super good, really great TV to see. What else do we have? Say Nothing. I think this came on, is it on Netflix? But this is a recent edition. Oh no, Disney. Apparently it's from Disney. This is a recent edition. I haven't seen much about this. I haven't heard much about this, but I have seen it being advertised a lot on different places. Cross. I did manage to watch Cross on Amazon Prime. And it was really good. It had me hooked. It's a police detective show. Quite enjoyed it. I think I binge watched this actually because it's quite a good series. So if you like detective shows, definitely check it out. It's one to watch, and you can kind of watch it in one day if you have a free day. What else? Dune Prophecy. Now, my husband really likes the Dune series, and he's been waiting for this to kind of come out. I'm not sure where it's going to come out in Korea, whether it's going to be like how we can watch it from Korea, but it's interesting. Now, I've had most reviews have been like it's not that great, but I'm still going to watch it. Does that happen to you? Do you still watch a show even if it doesn't have positive reviews? Would you still give a show a chance? And then you have things like Landman, Interior Chinatown. I heard that this was quite good, so maybe you might check it out. A Man on the Inside. I heard that you should give this a go, that it's good and you got to give it a go and you will enjoy it. So those are some of the shows that are popular in the UK at the moment. Let's take a look at what shows are popular in terms of the global aspect. And I think maybe this. So, shows that are popular based on the Rotten Tomato guidance, or based on the Rotten Tomato reviews. You've got shows like Arcane. I think this is on Netflix. I think I started watching the first series. I think this might be the second series, or is this still the first one? I'm not sure, but it's on Netflix anyways. Man on the Inside, so same England as well as globally. Man on the Inside seems to be really good. The Madness, I've seen this advertised, but I don't really know what it's about. Say Nothing, again, same show as before. Dune Prophecy, well, on Rotten Tomatoes it's not bad. And then we've got The Day of the Jackal. See, Day of Jackal, UK and globally, it's also looking good. The Agency. Now, I think I did see some advertisement for this, but I'm not really sure what it's about. Landman again. Shiloh. This is on Apple. My husband's been watching it. He watched the first series. He quite liked it. Get Millie Back. I don't know this one. From. I heard this is quite good. It will keep you guessing. It will keep you mind-boggling. Now, if you see a lot of these shows, they're quite dark, aren't they? And I kept on thinking to myself, it's the end of the year. A lot of countries are celebrating Christmas. Even here in Korea, although Christmas is not the same style of holiday as it would be maybe in the UK or in the US, it's still, you know, that end of the year, winter time. You want something positive, but I'm seeing a lot of the shows, even a lot of the movies that are coming out in the cinemas, they're all really dark. And I think we need some joy. We need some happiness. So maybe my next video should be about what Christmas TV we should be watching to maybe get us in a bit of a good spirit, a good mood. So there you go. So the two shows that we see, Dune Prophecy is there. Also, we saw Cross is also, I think, further down in the list in the global parts. The Day of the Jackal as well appeared twice. Man on the Inside. So there you go. There's some shows. If you are interested in watching some English shows, those are the ones that are popular at the moment. Okay, now here's your turn. I want you to pause the video and compare or think about what shows are popular in your countries versus the ones that are popular in the global sphere. Are the same shows popular in Korea or wherever you are right now? And I want you to kind of have a little think about that. And then the second point I want you to discuss is what shows best represent your culture. Like, what would you say if somebody was like, you know what, I want to know more about what your country is like, what shows would you recommend? For me, off the top of my list, I would recommend one of the longest running soap operas, EastEnders. You want to know what England is like? You watch EastEnders because it's just it's a classic. I also like to recommend some of our fun TV shows like or reality TV shows like Come Dine With Me. I think Come Dine With Me is reality TV, but it's like a cooking show, and I really like it because it kind of just represents just life and fun, and it's lighthearted and it's really good. So you can check out those two on my behalf as my recommendation. All right. Now, here are 3 questions I want you to consider. How many hours a week do you watch TV or videos? For me, I think usually it's like, I need to check my stats, but it's usually, is it usually like, I don't know. I don't remember what my stats are, but I'll check it and then I will, when I edit the video, I will put what my stats are. What do you think? How much TV do you think I watch? Do you think I watch a lot of TV or do you think I watch a little bit of TV? Let me know. What platforms do you use the most? I use every single day YouTube. No, like YouTube, TikTok every day. Netflix, these days I'm not really feeling the series. I'm not really into anything on Netflix at the moment, so not as much. But definitely YouTube, TikTok every day. Do you usually watch on a phone, laptop, or TV? everything. If I'm on the go, I'm on my phone. If I'm in a coffee shop, I like to do split screen. One side I'm doing my work, one side I'm playing something. And then in the evening at home, I like to watch on TV. But I share the laptop screen because at the moment I much prefer watching things online than I do on the TV. But I like the bigger screen on my TV. Nice and comfortable. All right, this is our final thing that you're going to do today. I want you can work alone. You don't have to work in a group. But I want you to choose a theme, either cooking show, action drama, documentary. And then second, I want you to suggest shows and describe why people should watch them. So choose a category and then suggest shows that people should watch within that category. Can you do that for me? So choose a theme and then suggest some shows. So this is going to be really great. I want you to create a little mini TV guide like I used to have when I was younger, so that people can indulge in TV during this really busy, hectic end of the year, end of the semester time. All right, and I think that is all for today. Well, we've got the wrap up. So finally, I want you to think about what have you learned about your viewing habits today. Seriously, kind of review, take a look at what you've learned about yourself. For me, I've learned that compared to when I was much younger, my viewing habits have really changed a lot. I much rather the flexibility of watching things online or on streaming platforms, and apparently I like detective shows and legal shows. So maybe I wasn't wrong for studying law all those years. And what's one new type of content I'd like to try based on today's discussion? I think once I hear some feedback, especially comment, put it in the comments below, what shows would you recommend? Because I think I would like to give other types of shows a try that I maybe haven't considered. So if you've been watching a show and you really enjoy it, you really like it, and you would love to recommend it to me, please say in the comments below, and I would be more than happy to watch it. You have been fabulous. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, if there are any words that I said that you're like, oh, I'm not familiar with that sentence or that word or that phrase, could you explain it to me more? Please ask me some questions. Again, if you need any tips on where to watch these shows or how I watch some of these shows, again, ask me some questions and I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you so much. I will see you next time. Goodbye.